Hello, Georgia551, and we are going to unbox and review the Fenix 860 lumen output flashlight. So impressive as they make it out to be. They even have its own plastic box. Never mind a cardboard box or blister wrap. Anyway, as the features are, max 860 lumen output, lockout function which is pretty pointless, intelligent thermal management. If the flashlight gets too high, it switches to a lower setting, and car charger included. And here are the max runtime and distance that you could go and all that wonderful stuff. Alrighty. Now I already unboxed it and tested it out at work to be sure that it would do its job there, but for the most part it's for personal use. And now we undo the box and reveal the contents. I put it back almost the way it was. You got your just some sort of information pamphlet. Sorry if the video is shaking. Hand that I'm holding the camera with has tremors. Your official manual, which shows you how to use it both in English and Chinese, I think it is, or Japanese, one or the other. Whatever that is, it's probably Chinese. You got two styles of outlet plugs here. I don't know what that is. And this is American, that I do know. And here is the charger. Just simply, it doesn't want to sit nice, and just simply slides into place and snaps on. Well, it did at work. It's not going to here. Probably because I'm one-handing it. There we go. It's in now. And there is a light here at the bottom which indicates whether it's finished charging or not. Green, yes. Red, in process. And we have a car charger. And this is the plug that mates to the charger itself, which is right here. There's the charger. And here's that mating plug. It's the same thing. It's just like that. We won't bother putting that back together. And here's the meat and potatoes itself, the flashlight. It's only 6.5 inches long, about a little more than 1.5 inches wide. There it is. Don't know if the camera wants to focus in on the yeah, there it is, the LED. As you can see, it's got a fairly smooth, reflective, fairly reflective reflector. Anyway, and here are the two buttons that operate the light. It's really hard to see. Okay, there we go, sort of. The upper one is obviously power with the 0 and 1. And the bottom one there is your mode selector switch. We're going to give this thing a test, but right now it's not really dark enough. But I'll show you the modes anyway. I have it set on the lowest one. The lowest mode is 9 lumens, or numens, whichever. Then the next one up is 135, which is similar to what the Icon Roga used to have, and I lost, has. And it's hard to see, but it's a very nice, very clear round spot with some blurring around the edges to soften it up. The next one is 350, which I know it's not showing up on camera really well. Which, this is as bright as the CRI Mini CR2 that Andrew Reams uses in his video. Just slightly under that, but just about the same. And then the full-blown 860, which again the camera is not going to pick up on right now, but I'm telling you, and I'm not exaggerating, it hurts to look at that spot right now. Also, if you hold down the button for 2 seconds, warning if you have any kind of epileptic seizures from looking at flashing lights, turn away now. I'll tell you to look back when it's safe to do so. When you hold down the mode button for 2 seconds, right now, it does 2 flashing patterns. And no, you can't switch between the two. The first one is the slower one is the 5 hertz signal, and the second is 15. Now it's 5, and now it's 15, and then you press it again to undo it. Flashing lights are over. You may now look back at the screen. And then I've already cycled through, so now I'm going to put it on its lowest setting and shut the thing off for now. So I have no idea what use that strobe effect is. If they have made the two separate, a 15 and a 5, then perhaps there would be some, better use for it. Otherwise, it's just for show, pretty much. Now the thing is, we gotta wait for it to get dark to truly see how well this works. Supposedly, we can go about almost 800 feet with it on its brightest setting. So until then, we'll wait and find out how it does. Alright, before we head outside, I want to show you the charger, which I haven't done. That and the battery. Here's the charger. So you can see on the bottom of the flashlight, we got 2 connecting terminals and a set of slots. And then if we look inside here, we can see we got tongues that are roughly the same size. And what you do is you take the flashlight and you stick it in like so. And when you can't twist it or pull it back and forth, it's in there nice and snug. Now, if you purchase this light, there's one thing you gotta know, because it was not quite evident when I pulled it out of the packaging and tried to use it, is that I don't know why my light is flickering on and off. There we go. Here's the rechargeable battery. It's a Fenix rechargeable Lithium-Ion, chargeable 3.7 volts, 2600 milliamp hours, your warnings. Anyway, on both sides of the battery, this and this, there are plastic rings that are covering them. And you got to take the rings off. If you don't, this battery will completely fail to work. In other words, your flashlight won't run. It's not in the directions at all. So be aware, if you buy one of these, make sure that is removed. Anyway, now that we've looked at that, this video is a comedy of errors. You plug it in. You will see a light. When it's red, that means the battery is depleted and it is charging the unit here. When it's fully charged, the red light will turn green. And that flickering is actually normal. It's showing you that it's charging up. So now we've waited long enough and it's dark. Let's see how it does. Okay, we're at our proving grounds for our flashlight, and per usual I try to set up the camera so it mimics roughly the same ability as the human eye in terms of brightness. Can't quite get it there. It's either just a hair too bright or a hair too dark. So I decided to err a little on the darker side just to make it more challenging for our flashlight. Now I've previously set it up so we start on the low side. Right now it's only at 9 lumens, which is the very low side of things. And there we are. Beam actually will light up the next house about 60 feet away, just barely. The beam's throw is actually good enough for lighting up that white house 100 feet away with only 9 lumens. Okay, the next step up is 135 lumens, a little stronger than the Icon Rogue I once had. Here we go. And it definitely lights up that white house. And I'm not counting the stop light up, the stop sign up front. That house, that white house I'm shining light on 500 feet away, it's lighting up pretty well. Okay, the next setting is just short of Andrew Reams's CRI Mini CR2. His is 400 lumens, this is 350. And we'll aim at that white house again, no problem. It's all lighting up fairly easily. Again, it's really hard to get a good read on anything up there. And now it's time to more than double the Andrew's CRI Mini CR2. We're going to the full 860. It's almost like a police floodlight. Look at that. We'll just go a little more this way. Yeah, we can light up more. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we're lighting stuff up. I don't think you can see it, but 700 feet away, I'm actually lighting up one of the trees. Aim down, aim up. Yep, here comes somebody. So we're going to shut the light off, and we'll continue a little later on. Alright, here's one of the ultimate challenges. Up front, right in the center of your picture, right there is Sunset Towers, 500 feet away. Can I light up that building with my flashlight? The answer is hell yeah. Look at that. I am lighting it up. I don't know if you can see it. See? 500 feet away and it's lighting up. Let me zoom out so you get the full effect. That's bright. 800 lumens. Alright, now I'm guessing it's about 400 feet, no, 300 feet where the dark spot is. Right there. Yeah, I'm lighting it up. This is one very bright light. In fact, it's so bright you can even see the beam as I'm aiming at trees and stuff. Making it pretty hard to prove my case here of how very bright this thing is. But I think you saw it here though. It's really hard to see because like I said, the pollen and everything is lighting it up, but there's Sunset Towers over 500 feet away. It's lit. It's not. Pretty impressive, don't you think? So that's the quick test on the on my 860 lumen flashlight, which does amazing work. But before that, we gotta go to the one benchmark test we've always used. But you know the drill. We always go to the former Herbert Lipton building, which is brick. And we're gonna go through the cycle again. I'm gonna start with the 9 lumens. And that's 135. We're standing about 120 feet away. 350. And 860. Quite impressive, don't you think? And that's the review. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.